Hey there, lads and lassies. I hope you guys are doing extremely well, that you're doing great today. It's Dave here, and welcome back to the next episode of Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc, guys. So, last episode, wow, that was an extreme twist near the end, guys. So, I don't know. I don't know if we've completely finished the trial of Into the Murder of Mukuru Ikasawa, because if I go in the menu here, I had a look at this just while I was off camera. The clues are all still here. If we'd have finished the trial, I think the truth bullets disappear. So I don't know if we've completely finished the trial. And this is a very different trial, guys. So obviously, we did the trial for Mukuru Ikasawa, gathered up all the evidence. Kyoko joined us at the trial, along with the rest of the group of the remaining students. So she got a brief look at the crime scene and got to investigate, but it appears that the key that Kyoko had is actually some kind of master key, to maybe get into all areas of the school, because she was apparently hanging around the second floor of the dorm area, which isn't monitored by cameras according to the information that she's told us. But I don't know if we can completely trust Kyoko now, guys. She's kind of said a subtle lie to everyone else that only Makoto knew was a lie. She's also said that Mukuru Ikusawa was known as the ultimate despair, which is not true. She was just the ultimate soldier. So, yeah, that's an interesting point. And technically, Kyoko kind of framed Makoto, or kind of put the blame on Makoto for what happened. Trial ended kind of oddly compared to all the other trials, where there wasn't really a culprit set in stone. We still don't know who killed Mukuru Ikusawa. Makoto got blamed for it, but Makoto didn't do it. I don't believe Kyoko did it either, but we'll see if that changes when we get more information, guys. But Makoto was voted unanimously, like all people voted for Makoto, and Makoto was to be punished and was about to get punished, but Alter Ego, when he influenced went into the network, or tapped into the Monokuma's network of the school, he must have planted a virus or part of his program into the system, which stopped the execution machine, which was a huge block that was going to crush Makoto to bits, which we saw when I made the wrong choice and Kyoko instead got punished. Kyoko got crushed to bits. You also saw that clip towards that ending where Hiro, Byakuya, and Makoto lived together with Aoi as their kind of harem wife. That was a bit weird. I didn't like that ending at all. That seemed a bit weird. Alter Ego stopped the execution block, and Makoto just ended up falling down a hole. And Monokuma said this is the garbage chute for all the is garbage, I guess, but I guess all the stuff all the scrap he's used for punishments must get dumped here. Like, if you look over here where the reticle is now, that is the flipping space rocket or shuttle that we saw at the very beginning of the game, even before we began our adventure with Makoto. Someone was executed in this by being blasted off into space, and now it's here in the garbage heap. So that's an interesting point. So it's going to be interesting if we can get Makoto out of the garbage heap here, how he's going to react when he gets back to the rest of them. How is he going to be pissed off at them, or are they going to apologize, or what? Is he going to be able to prove that he didn't kill Makoto? So a lot of stuff, guys, but we have to get back to Kyoko and the others, and I wonder how Makoto is definitely going to react to Kyoko, because he has every reason to be annoyed at her, I'd imagine. But anyway, we've got to explore this garbage heap and see if we can find a way out, guys, and get back to the others and discover more about Hope's Peak Academy and our whole situation, because Kyoko said she knows the secrets of this school now, and if we got her executed, the secrets would die with her. So, yeah, a lot to find out, guys. So let's get to it. So, obviously, I can't move. I can only move around. I can't move in different directions. So, I can look. No, there isn't anything up the way. We've just fell down a huge chute. Is that an airplane? Yeah, I was going to say it does look like the tail end of an airplane. How's something like that wind up in the school's garbage pit? Good question. What else have we got down here? Over here. Oh, that's Makoto's desk. This is a desk. It's probably the one that fell down here with me. And then there's this. That's a rocket and a tank. Oh yeah, there is a tank right next to it. I'd better not think too much about what I'm seeing down here. Oh no, I think you should, dude, because these are all the various ways Monokuma has executed people, I guess. But okay, so I guess we've got to go up to this door. And of course it's freaking locked. Rattle, rattle. It's locked. Rattle, rattle again. No matter how many times I pushed or pulled or kicked at it, it didn't budge. Well, shit. Getting out of here isn't going to be that easy. No, that would make sense. Of course it wouldn't be easy. But it definitely looks like there's a key needed for this door. Could the key be in the garbage chute? Well, if I'm not getting out of here anytime soon, I decided to look around for some food. Oh, eating from the garbage, dude. But I guess needs must. He might be down here for a while. But there's plenty of food here, but it's all rotten, yeah. But that was pointless too. Next, I search for some water. How can I be sure which liquids I can drink and which ones are an all-round bad idea? Yeah, if there's been methods of execution dumped down here, there could be like poisons or something. Again, pointless. I feel like I'm blocked in on all sides. But that's still not enough reason to give up, because yeah, you have to live on. You've got to find a way out and live on, because Alter Ego sacrificed himself, the last part of him, to save your ass. And you've got to get to the others, I guess. Because I'm still alive. As long as I'm alive, I'll never give up. After making that proud declaration, the next thing I decided to do was... Oh. Go to sleep. Oh, actually, hold on a second. I was about to say, oh, he's tired, but he has had a long day, and holy shit, he's been through an experience. I mean, he was turning blue and purple in the last episode, guys, because he was about to be crushed by a block. I mean, he was on the verge of death. He knew death was coming and didn't expect to be saved, so I don't blame him for the trauma he's been through. But I'm just thinking, if he goes to sleep, technically that's violating one of Monokuma's rules, because he'd be going to sleep outside a dorm room. But then again, maybe the rules don't really matter when he's stuck down the garbage chute, I guess. Go to sleep. My sleep was deep and uninterrupted. Okay, he just slept anyway. That was my only way to preserve what little strength I had left after not being able to eat or drink. Yeah, and you fell down a flipping hole, dude. I can't be sure, but I think at least a full day had to have... He slept for a whole day? Sheesh. And all I did was sleep and sleep. Oh, dude, don't sleep too long. And what's the temperature like down there? It was like I was waiting for some kind of sign to come falling out of the sky. Don't tell me something's going to fall out of the chute to help him. However, what fell from the sky wasn't a sign. Not exactly. Or something does come down the hole? Crunch. Okay. What is it? What the? Oh, it's the garbage. There's more garbage. The strange sound pierced my silent isolation, jarring me awake. Yep, it's garbage. As I watched, the pile of garbage jostled and formed an odd shape. Jostled? Doesn't that mean the garbage is moving? Garbage shouldn't move on its own. Did something fall down over there? Yeah, dude. Those garbage bags, or trash bags, rubbish bags, UK to American, they weren't there before. Something fell from up above. What could it have been? good point. Oh, I dare to think what it is. What I'm thinking, though, guys, is, you know, Monokuma dumps his punishment execution materials down here. And after a trial is completed and a murder mystery is solved, not by Mystery Incorporated, but by the guys, the students, he then cleans up all the rooms and they're reset to the way they were, and any corpses of victims are removed. Did the corpses come down here? Is he going to find all his dead friends down here? Did a giant piece of trash just fall down here? Yep. I carefully stretched my hand out toward whatever it was that had tumbled down here with me. Okay.
Just a second.
A giant piece of trash? Rude. Kyoko? Before she even emerged from the pile of garbage, I knew who it was. Kyoko hid herself in a pile of garbage and dropped down the hole to see us.
It smells awful.
Kyoko, you might want to sort out your hair. You've got a noodle cup on your head, and you've got what appears to be a prawn and a slice of Naruto fish cake in your hair. Maybe you want to sort that out. She willingly came down the hole to see Makoto. This place smells awful. Kyoko?
Indeed.
You look like you're doing better than I expected. Yeah, we've got a bone to pick with you, Missy. What are you doing here?
So...
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to help you. Yeah, even though you sentenced him to this. I'm glad to hear that, Kyoko. You've got a bit of garbage in your hair. She gave her head a quick, sharp shake to get rid of the trash, then faced me again.
Hey.
First, I have something for you. Go ahead and eat it. We can talk once you're finished. And it's carefully labeled H2O, water. Food, yeah? So thank you. I snatched the bread and water that she was holding out for me. Yeah, because he said he's slept for at least a day, so within seconds it was in my mouth and making its way toward my stomach. Phew, that really hit the spot. Now I've got all the energy I need to keep going. So you still haven't given up then? Of course not. After all, the fact that I can keep going forward is about all I'm good at.
Hmm?
Well, that's not such a bad thing to be good at. So why did... I don't know, I've got mixed feelings towards Kyoko right now, because it does kind of feel as if she definitely... They all voted for him, and yet he doesn't seem to hold any grudges against them. It's a bit strange, but alright. I guess still talk to her. But Kyoko, why'd you come to rescue me, yeah?
So...
To pay a debt. Or... No. To atone. Ah, here we go. Right, you're gonna explain. Atone? Dude, they sold you out, technically.
You...
During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything. So you knew that I knew.
Indeed.
But even though I knew, I did nothing to help you.
I...
Abandoned you. Don't say that! You didn't abandon me. Well, you were about to be executed, dude, and I'm not convinced Kyoko knew for a fact that Alter Ego was going to step in and stop the execution. No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. You were trying to save me, and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you.
However...
But listen, not that I'm trying to make excuses, but there was a reason that I had to survive, no matter the cost. Well, you better have a bloody good reason. Why did you have to survive?
It's true.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you everything. The reason I have to survive...
In other words...
is so that I can do what I came to this school to do. Wait a second. Kyoko, you knew this was a death game from the start? You had some business with Monokuma, but at the very start? Right, get explaining, please. What? I made up my mind to come to Hope's Peak Academy for one very important reason. So you have some reason for coming to Hope's Peak? Well, she's assigned here because she's one of the ultimates, so she's supposed to have an ultimate talent, but we still don't know what Kyoko's abilities and special traits are.
Indeed.
That's right. At least I did. Once. Oh, once? Once? Until recently, I'd forgotten what it was. Oh yeah, I remember, supposedly Kyoko had amnesia. Or at least that's what the conclusion the group came to, but... yeah, apparently Kyoko doesn't remember who she was, but I don't know whether that's a lie or not. You forgot? But that's... I had no memory of what my purpose was. No memory? That's impossible. Amnesia. Yeah, this is it. ... Then, is it really true? You lost your memory?
Makoto.
Do you remember, Makoto? Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived at the school? Well, the passageways got warped when they first entered the school, and then they ended up passing out in different classrooms. The first thing? You're talking about when we fainted, right? I fainted, and when I woke up, I was trapped here.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself. A disconnect. Ooh, interesting.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point my memory was gone. So her memory was gone, or she's noticed her memory was gone, and no one else has. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to this school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. And you do now, I guess? But what would make you forget all that?
Hey.
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. Are you saying you think you lost your memory because...
Indeed.
I don't think. I'm positive it was the work of the mastermind. They stole my memory. But why would they want to do that? Because she's a threat? Kyoko's actually a threat to Monokuma? There's only one reason I can come up with. Because of my purpose and my ability, somehow they would interfere with the mastermind's plans. So the mastermind just stole them from you?
However...
And it could also mean, somehow, my memories may be connected to the mystery of the school and the mastermind. Ooh. The plot thickens. Which is why I have to get them back. That's why I've been investigating things by myself this whole time. Yeah, I suppose if she wants to, she wants to be the first person and possibly the only person to know what her past is about and her connection to all this. I get that. But if what you say is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help you? Because they wouldn't trust her completely, maybe, if they found out the truth?
Why is that?
If I did that, and we all worked as one, the mastermind would have noticed right away. Oh, that's true, yeah, that would raise suspicion amongst Monokuma. Plus, there's always the chance that the mastermind is actually one of us. Oh, yeah, that's also a point. What?
Correct.
Well, don't make too big a deal of it. It's just a possibility. But since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right? The mastermind? One of us? If she believed that, then of course she couldn't trust anyone around her, yet she must trust you. In which case, it only makes sense that she would look into her missing memory by herself.
However,
That being said, there was a limit to what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you to help me. But why me? Good point. Yeah, I kind of want to know, why Makoto? Because among everyone, you were least likely to be the mastermind. That was just intuition, but I see. He's also probably the most gullible. Your intuition was right, though. There's no way an ordinary kid like me could have been the mastermind.
I understand.
Oh god, this is happening again? You understand Makoto's inner voice? You understand what?
I should understand everything.
Okay.
My goal isn't to get out of here.
It's to stay here.
It's to stay here.
Right. This is happening again? It's just like the dream I had before, but why did that just happen?
listen.
Are you okay? Oh, yeah, it's nothing. It is nothing, right? I don't know about that, dude. I may be a little concerned about that. ...
Hey,
Even now, I still trust you, you know? It's just, I'm not used to relying on others.
correct.
I know I never asked you for help the right way, so I understand if you're not convinced. Honestly, I was convinced. I think that's just her personality. Okay, I suppose we've forgiven Kyoko. Fair enough. Still keep talking to her? You said you had a reason for doing all that investigating on your own. So how'd that turn out? Were you able to remember anything?
So,
I think there's still a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and my ability. Oh, so does that mean she knows her ultimate? You mentioned your ability. My ability. What everyone should have known me for. Yeah? I'm the ultimate detective. Freaking called it. I knew it. It would make sense. She's so good at investigating the murder trials and she's comfortable touching dead bodies. It makes freaking sense. I knew she had to be some kind of ultimate detective or cop or something. The ultimate detective.
correct.
And the reason I came to Hope's Peak Academy? To get find out who the mastermind was and arrest him? There was someone I had to find here in the school. Oh, okay. You had to find someone? Who?
So,
Well, it was the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. Oh, the headmaster? Why did you want to find the headmaster? Because he's responsible for all of this? Oh my god. Oh. That throws a spanner in the works because he's my father. So you're the ultimate detective. Your father is the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. And he may be the one responsible for the death game. Oh boy. What?
in other words,
I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak. Kyoko's dad is Hope's Peak's headmaster? Then that explains when Alter Ego told us how he thought the headmaster was involved. I'll find a way. Oh yeah, that was when Kyoko went really mad. Her personality totally changed. She doesn't get pissed off and mad very easily.
Huh?
No matter what it takes, I will find the headmaster.
no matter what.
No matter the cost.
So,
Kyoko, what's going on? My memory hadn't come back at that point, but when he said that, I felt strange. So yeah, slight. You know, even though her memory's clouded, some things will trigger them. It makes perfect sense now, of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him. That makes sense.
However...
But listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. Okay, so you know that your dad's not the mastermind? I only said that. I only said what I felt based on what I'd seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room. Oh, okay. So there's no evidence in his room to suggest he's the mastermind. Okay. Then what did you see in there? Yeah, please tell us.
So...
The room had been ransacked. The shelves were a mess. The desk drawers dumped on the floor. Oh, okay. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there. You mean the mastermind, right?
It's true.
That was my assumption, yes. And to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using the key I'd found. Right, so this is Monokuma's master key tool, huh? But why there? Well, it is one place that we definitely haven't had access to at any point. But why there? Because I also found this in the headmaster's room. Oh? This is some kind of map? Alright, it must contain the blueprints to the second floor of the dorms.
Indeed.
It's a layout of the entirety of Hope's Peak Academy. I found it in the headmaster's room, along with Mukuru's profile and that key. The map showed that the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Oh right, okay, for the staff. Some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time. Okay. And I figured the headmaster would have some kind of private room there. That would make sense. I assumed that if that were true, that room would likely hold more clues, so I went to check.
Correct.
And that's when I finally remembered. I remembered that my purpose was to find the owner of that room. So you went there to see if the headmaster really did have a private room there.
However...
But once I got there, I noticed that the second floor of the dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors. So what was it like? That part of the school, I mean. It's hard to describe. All I can say is... The moment I saw it, I realized... Whatever's going on in this school is more horrific than we ever imagined. Oh shit, we gotta see what's on the second floor of the dorms. What do you mean?
So...
I can't explain it. You need to see it for yourself. And I'm sure you'll get your chance soon enough. It sounds like it must be important. And really ominous. Jeez, more talking? Are we ever gonna get out of there?
However...
Of course. Once I got to the second floor of the dorms, there were no cameras and no monitors yet. Which is why I had no idea what was going on in the rest of the building. Yeah, that makes sense. It has to do with Mukuru Ikusaba, doesn't it? Yeah. So did Mukuru Ikusaba somehow gain access to the second floor of the dorms, and that's why she was never found until she was dead? Or the points when she attacked Makoto.
However...
Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. And I know it wasn't you either. I know you're right, but that just means... everyone but you and me had an alibi, so then who did kill her? Frickin' Monokuma probably, or the mastermind.
Anyway...
What I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class trial of Mukuru Ikusaba was to get me killed. Get you killed?
Indeed.
I stole that key and disappeared, and in retaliation, they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me.
Correct.
That makes sense, though, because She did have a master key for the whole school, which would definitely violate, well, not violate the rules, but it would definitely interfere with Monokuma or the mastermind's plans. So yeah, I suppose they would want Kyoko out of the way because she probably knows too much. That was the point of the class trial. It was? The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly. You mean because of the school regulations, yes.
That's right.
Exactly. Rule number 4. With minimal restrictions, you are free to explore Hospeak Academy at your discretion.
In other words,
The mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with that rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it. The mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules. That makes it sound like the mastermind themselves is somehow bound by the school regulations. Yeah, which, if that's the case, it would suggest it's a member of the student body. Or unless they've just said it so that even the boss has to follow the rules, which I suppose makes sense if you're a headmaster of a school, but we've kind of been told it's not the headmaster. But it does confirm Kyoko's theory that possibly the mastermind is one of the student body.
hey,
There's one other thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Mukuru Ikusaba. Alright, yeah, because we never technically solved it, so yeah, tell us more if you know. What's that? There was a point where Mukuru may not have become the victim. There was a point where Mukuru may not have become the victim. What? It could have been you, Makoto. Oh, this must be the dream. This must be the dream part that we need that cleared up. So if you know more, tell us. I could have become the victim?
indeed.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Do you mean this bit? During the night? I can hear them, you know? The footsteps of the god of death. Whoa, that got deep. What? I can hear the god of death as he moves. That ability naturally draws me into cases, just like this.
Anyway,
Which is exactly what happened with you. I was in the dorms and I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell and I saw a white shadow cross the corridor. I gave chase right away. As I followed it, I saw the shadow go into your room.
correct.
I ran into your room and I saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course.
However,
That wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to whoever the master assailant was, they ended up dead. Because the mastermind wanted someone dead in order to trigger the trial, and because she failed, because Mukuru failed, she was killed. And their murder was disguised, and the dojo key wound up in my room. It all has to be the work of the mastermind in an attempt to use the class trial to eliminate me. So all this would mean that whoever killed Mukuru is also the mastermind, right?
indeed.
I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think. But that's really bad if true. It means the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. Wait, but doesn't that create another contradiction? The mastermind wanted to use the class trial to try and kill you because they couldn't interfere, right?
Correct.
You're right. That is a contradiction. And it's not just Mukuru. They needed the class trial to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did is a contradiction. Yeah. So what does it all mean? Yeah, let me know.
In other words,
It means that the mastermind is the one who's been cornered. Yeah, he's desperate. He or she is desperate. Huh?
Makoto,
Just a little more. A little more, and I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. The identity of the other ultimate despair. The other ultimate despair? There's no doubt that Mukuru was the ultimate despair and that she's dead. But I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person. It's not?
Indeed.
If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused that event. You're talking about the murders that happened over a year ago, the tragedy.
That's right.
What happened a year ago? The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy. Whoever's responsible for that, they're the ultimate despair? Makes sense.
It would seem...
That despicable group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. Then they're...
Indeed.
Make no mistake. They're the root of all the evil that has forced us to go through this. Wow. That is the ultimate despair. And that is our real enemy. Chapter 5, the 100-mile dash pain of a junk food junkie is cleared. The end. So there is a 6th chapter. No Oh, wait. Oh, no, we're back to 6. It did go to 7 because we had Mukuru. Now it's gone back to 6. So we've still got 6. You received the Dream Island rocket... Oh, fucking hell. The Dream rocket. Okay. Achievement unlocked. 5 alive. Lol. 5 alive. It used to be a drink. Do you want to save the data? Chapter 5 ending. Yes. I'll save it over this one. So now what happens? Are me and Kyoko still trapped in the garbage chute? Like garbage area? I guess so. So yeah, there's still 6 of us remaining. So there's Makoto, Kyoko, Aoi, Byakuya, Hiro, and Toko. Yeah. The ultimate despair. A group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. Those same people put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world. The most desperately awful group of people ever. Ugh. That is the mastermind's true identity, so it's a group of people by the sound of things. Our enemy has finally been revealed. Chapter 6, so we're on the 6th chapter. Maybe this is the final chapter, I don't know. So we're still time unknown, but right now, we have to get out of this horrible place. Figuring out the rest of the story can come after. Yeah, you're right. And so, Kyoko came down here of her own free will on her own. Did she tell the others that she was planning on jumping down the garbage chute to see us? Are they waiting for us? Do I talk to Kyoko some more? Kyoko, do you still have that one thing, the key? Monokuma's secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room?
Indeed.
Of course I do. It's an absolutely vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it. And it can open any door in the school, right? So it should be able to open that door.
That's right.
Then we should be able to use it on that door, right? Okay, up to the door then. Hey Kyoko, we can use that key of yours to open this door, right?
It's true.
Let's find out. Kyoko took out the key with the Monokuma design on it and slid it into the keyhole. And then... click! Yes, it opened.
Indeed.
And now we can get out of here. Let's go. Sounds good. We quickly opened the door and made our escape from the garbage pit. Okay. But where does it go? Finally. We were finally free. Yeah, but where is free? But there wasn't even time to take a breath of relief. Oh. Because the real fight had just begun. Chapter 6. Ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death. Deadly life. We've reached deadly life already. What the hell happened? After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up, like a chimney. A tunnel up, okay. There was a metal ladder leading up into the tunnel. Alright, okay, so it's a chute climbing up the ladder, okay. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. Okay, that's a good idea for Makoto to go first. Obviously, Kyoko's wearing a skirt. Thanks for the censored skirt shot as well. The ladder was impossibly long. I couldn't even see where it ended. We climbed into darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped, I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. Oh, that's not a good sign. If you might fall on Kyoko. Hopefully not, though. Damn, this is the first time we've actually seen Kyoko's full outfit, really, and her purple pink hair is also very vibrant, but damn, I didn't know her boots were that big. Anyway, yeah. I had no idea we were so far down.
Hey.
Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you. Yeah, she has a point, but you could also kill her in the process. Yeah, I'll be careful. But now that you said that, I'm getting kind of nervous. ... Maybe talking will help keep my mind off it. So Kyoko, there's something I wanted to ask you. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So how long have you been doing detective work? She might not remember that, dude. How long?
So...
Ever since I can remember. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. Oh, right, so her father was a detective, maybe her mother too? Well, no, her father's the headmaster, so that doesn't make sense. Maybe he was a detective, or maybe the mother is. Oh, whatever. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family's always seen it that way. Then, is your family famous? Kirigiri?
Wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Oh. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us. Okay. Huh? But how come? It's like your family tradition, right? So...
Right.
Because we take pride in it. Pride?
Indeed.
A detective is neither light nor shadow. They stay neutral. Okay. We represent neither justice nor evil. That is how we can uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things, and to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society. Alright, okay. Which is why we've made a conscious effort to conceal our existence. A conscious effort?
It's true.
It's kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational. But it's our family creed, and we do what we must do to protect it. Because, like I said, it's our source of pride. Pride. So that explains why they didn't know much about them on the computer info at the beginning of the game when they were introducing us to the other members of the school. Yeah, anonymous, don't know anything about them. Before I came here, when I was looking up info about the school online, I never saw anything about her yet. Because she hid herself on purpose to protect the pride of her family.
However...
And yet, I gave up some of that pride. Huh? In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. But the reason you gave up that pride, the reason you would go so far to enter Hope's Peak, it was because that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that. Good point, Makoto. She didn't think about that.
What?
Reconnect? Oh. Are you not planning on making happy families with your dad? Or making up with him? Or getting to see him again? Is that not the correct answer? I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father. Oh? Huh? But you'd be reuniting after all those years, right? You would have had so much to talk about.
Wrong.
There's nothing I want to talk to my father about. Oh, you're not planning on killing him, are you?
However,
There is something I want to say to him, though. What? No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him face to face. What is it? She might not tell you.
So...
I want to sever all ties with him. Oh, shit. So you claim that he's not the mastermind. He's just the headmaster. He's not the mastermind. So he's not the person responsible for this death game. But you want to sever all ties? Jeez, what did he do? Sever? The last time I saw him, I was still very young. Oh dear, it's a broken home, is it? So I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented, he had a promising future.
However...
But he had no interest in detective work. Oh, he broke the Kirigiri tradition. So he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my mother died, and he simply ran away. Oh. He went to my grandfather, and they had a huge argument, and young as I was, he left me behind. Ooh, ouch, dick move. I'm sure there was a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
Right.
If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me. Ooh. Because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family name. So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If I'd gone with him, I never would have had the chance to become a detective. I was above Kyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression. So I couldn't tell. I couldn't see how she looked when she said that, what she might have been feeling. All I could tell was that compared to her usual self, compared to her usual calm, composed self, I'd imagine her emotions are slightly skewed, whether they're happy or angry, I don't know. She was more talkative and more emotional. I don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true.
However...
But there's one thing that I can never forgive, the death of your mother. Really?
So...
The way everyone else looked at me. Oh, right, okay, so disgrace the family, the daughter. Alright, okay, yeah, this has happened in anime before, where one member of the family disgraces the rest of the family, and then any offspring is kind of treated differently. It's kind of like... Well, I was about to say it's kind of like Naruto, but the only reason Naruto was kind of hated was because of the Kyuubi. I was never sad about feeling left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing.
However...
But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. That's how they see me even to this day. His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow.
Correct.
That's why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family. Oh God, that hurts. That's harsh. I feel sorry for Kyoko. In order to settle the past, in order to remove him from my life forever, I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago. I don't believe that. But your family, to just cut him out like that.
Wrong.
Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. Are we connected by heart and soul? No.
Hey.
Is blood really enough to call someone family? Only connected by blood, not by heart or soul? I was so shocked to hear her say something like that, I didn't know how to respond. So instead, I said nothing. I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence. Yeah, that got kind of awkward. And after I don't know how long, We finally reached the top. Oh, hurrah. Oh, there's a hatch. Oh, I've got a feeling I know where that hatch is going to come up from. Like where they're going to come up to. Looks like this is it.
Indeed.
On the other side of this door, Host Peak is waiting for us. We're back.
That's right.
Remember that hatch on the ground near the trash room? Exactly, this is where I thought it will lead into the trash room. I'm fairly certain that's where we'll come out. But if you guys remember, I think something's going to stop them. A padlock. Okay, game. You've answered my question and countered what I was saying. I unlocked it earlier, so it should open without much trouble. Cool. Well, here goes nothing. I reached my right hand up and pushed against the hatch. And the hatch opened with ease. And so we're back! Back in the school. Looks like we're back. Yeah, alright, so now we've got nighttime, confirmed nighttime. Looks like we're back. But I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted. I can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. Now we're back in Hope's Peak Academy. Yeah, but as soon as Monokuma knows you're around, and there's a camera in that room, as soon as Monokuma knows you're back in the school, he's going to be well pissed. But he must follow the rules, apparently. Kyoko, thank you. I never would have gotten out of there without you. No thanks necessary. I was just returning the favor. Yeah, they're even now. So, what do we want to do? Do you want to shut the hatch? It's the trash from the dump, in other words, but to be honest, I don't think I've seen anyone throw anything down there here. This is how we got out of the garbage pit. I never would have imagined that's where this led. So the incinerator must also dump its charred remains out to the garbage pit too. Okay, I guess we talk to Kyoko some more. So now what do we do? Go to bed? Well, actually, did Kyoko get her room key back? Although she has the master key, so that might not matter. I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but if the mastermind finds out that you're alive and in the school, yeah. Well, he knows you're alive, but yeah. And I'm worried about you too. You helped me, so they might...
Listen.
You're worried? Yeah, of course.
So then...
Then let's just get a concrete answer. Call Monokuma? Huh?
In other words...
Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. Oh boy. Well wait, that's...
However...
If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time till we're found out. And it's not like we can run away. Unless you head up to the second floor dorms. As she said that, she pointed at the nearby surveillance. Yeah, that's true. As I said, they're on camera, so they're fucked already. So you're saying rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now? Don't worry. What you think is going to happen isn't. Because he can't interfere, right? Because the mastermind is the one that's ensnared. Okay. The mastermind is ensnared. You said something like that before. What does it mean?
So...
The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Mukuro's death. Okay. There was a moment when the mastermind let their guard down. There was?
Right.
If we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. We can confirm it. And it'll be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. So, do we go back to the data lab? Because I'm pretty sure that's where Monokuma will be. That should help with our negotiations. ... I'm still a little... No, super uneasy about this. But we don't really have a choice, do we?
Indeed.
Monokuma should be in the gym. Should be in the gym? Okay.
Shall we go?
Let's get going. Okay, do I talk to you some more about... Oh.
Shall we go?
Okay, no we don't. Leave the area. So I'm guessing Kyoko's with me. Do we come across anyone else? I'm kind of curious though. You know, go look for the others. But let me guess, I bet it's going to tell me.
Shall we go?
We need to get to the gym, to Monokuma. Right, she's not going to let me go anywhere else, so okay, I suppose that makes sense. But for all we know, guys, Monokuma might have the other students in the gym. That's actually a possibility, I guess. Hello? Nobody in here? Okay, to the gym, guys.
Well now.
Hey. Kyoko, I don't mind so much.
I don't believe it!
But Makoto's supposed to be dead. What's he doing here? That's exactly how I thought he'd react. Are we really gonna be okay? Well, Kyoko might be. You were supposed to be punished. Did Kyoko help you?
What?
So what if I did? What will you do? If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule. So now I gotta punish you again, and this time I won't leave anything to chance. Kyoko?
Right.
Do whatever you feel you have to. What? Just selling us out again?
However...
But before you do, let me just say one thing.
No.
If you execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that that matters to you, right? Eh? I lose?
Hey!
You! Explain yourself! What do you mean by that?
Because...
Well, you set up this latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me.
In other words...
I was supposed to be chosen as the Blackened and then executed, right? Hey, what are you talking about?
However...
But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The results of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting. Because you never imagined that in that position, one person would protect another like that.
Right.
And in response to that unexpected development,
Indeed.
you reacted by proclaiming Makoto the Blackened and trying to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation. No, more than that. You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well. Uh-oh. Busted, Monokuma.
However...
But then there was another unexpected development waiting for you. An entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery. Alter ego. Alter ego. You never imagined the possibility of a being that could come to our aid even after you'd killed it.
Am I wrong?
Now, here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Mukuro. You did. He's very silent.
Listen to me.
So executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. If the Blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right? Oh, this would make Monokuma the Blackened. And that means I lose? You talk a big game. You're saying the Blackened is me and not Makoto?
Well?
And you can prove this, right?
Wow.
No, I can't. Don't just say it like that, but yeah. What is this, a comedy routine? To make such bold claims without a shred of evidence?
That doesn't matter.
I don't have any right now, but with a little more time, I guarantee I'll find some.
That's right.
Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there is only ever one absolute truth. And now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type?
Because
If Makoto really was the killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. Oh, yeah, I suppose. He would have feared for his life, feared another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. Well, actually, Kyoko, without your persuasion, he would have done that. He would have been gripped by the despair you so love to inspire.
however,
But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts.
What the heck?
And that's supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of evidence?
indeed.
It's not you I'm trying to convince. Is it the rest of the students?
Hey,
If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased. Oh yeah, I forgot. It's live. So everyone in the world, the older audience, would know that Monokuma is actually betraying the rules. Your flippant ratings would drop, Monokuma. Huh?
indeed.
Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. They would assume that you killed him because what we said is exactly right.
Listen to me.
Despair can never kill hope. Uh-oh, she's got him. She's got him.
Hey,
Of course, you can say we're just making this all up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. If you want to earn our despair fair and square,
that's what we have to
then
do.
I suggest you take my advice. Oh, he's pissed. The claws are coming out. So, what is this advice of yours?
It's true.
To do Mukuro's trial over again? Oh, we're gonna do it again? Only this time, you follow the school regulations to ensure a fair trial.
It's time for one last showdown. One final battle between hope and despair. Hey,
Well, that would make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say? A fair trial, one last showdown. In other words, sounds like we're getting near the end, guys. And if you guys can prove that Monokuma is actually the Blackened, then you might potentially eliminate the Mastermind. This would be our chance to expose the true identity of Mukuro's killer, of the Mastermind themselves, yeah? But what reason would the Mastermind have to accept the challenge if they're bound by the rules? They'll probably just execute me without another word. Dot, dot, dot. Dot, dot, dot. He's having to think about it. Interesting.
Barrett!
Very interesting indeed. Berry? Yeah, that doesn't sound like Monokuma usually.
What's wrong?
Oh, I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little. So, time for bear jokes. Oh no, please save us. Now, what you suggested might be plausible. It would certainly make for one honey of a climax. Oh my god.
in other words,
Does that mean you accept?
You guys!
If we do things your way, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? And it would cause you unbearable despair, right? Then I'm prepared to agree to your terms. Will your hope win out, or will my despair claim victory?
I can barely contain myself!
Uh-oh. Let's have one fairly grisly showdown. Oh, God. He agreed. Then we still have a shot at this.
Barrett!
But this is the long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer is barely a fitting end.
You guys!
So for this final face-off, you'll have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here. Oh. All the mysteries? That's right. Every last mystery that's pawing around the school. If you can do that,
I can barely contain myself!
then that'll be enough to qualify as a victory for you. Oh, Jesus. Please spare us the bear puns at this point.
it's true.
That's what we've been trying to do all along. Okay, well, good. Then let's bear it all. If you can claw your way to the truth of Mukuru's death and solve the mysteries of this school, then you win. But if you can't do all of that, we'll all face execution, right? I can barely contain my excitement. When you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me? We're as excited as you are, I'm sure.
Listen to me.
When we've uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair? That's a good point, actually. I honestly can't believe how this has all turned out.
Hey,
But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? Or what rule? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held. Yeah.
What's wrong?
I remember that for sure. So what?
hey,
I just want to confirm that is what you said, right? And it's a true statement? You don't have to be so suspicious. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on the school regulations. And having a trial for Mukuro is no exception to that. Huh? Mukuro's trial is no exception? Then it's part of the regulations? Which would have to mean that whoever killed Mukuro is one of the students and therefore is the mastermind. It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. What?
listen.
Are you telling the truth? ... So there's only ever been the 16 students in the school as well as Monokuma. Why'd he go all quiet all of a sudden? Oh. Maybe Monokuma is receiving orders somehow.
Now I'm really angry!
Uh-oh. I'm done talking. I got nothing left to say to you. So get lost, would you? Why so mad? He seems emotionally unstable.
Hey!
Leave me alone. Get out of here. Oh, okay, I'm going. You're really gonna let me go? I don't even care anymore. You're all gonna get your punishment later anyway. I need to start getting it ready. A super duper extra special punishment overflowing with despair.
Hey,
Come on, Makoto. Let's go. Okay. And we're out. Monokuma's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away. And just like that, we were out of the gym. ... I could hardly believe it, but somehow I ended up not getting executed. I still had my life, and we still had a chance. Overall, things turned out way better than I expected. Oh, but Kyoko's thinking. Probably about the last few statements Monokuma made. Once again, I was in Kyoko's debt. Whoa. Wow, that was kind of interesting, guys. So we finally got out of the garbage chute and Makoto is off the hook for now. Hurrah! So we're back in the school. We're still yet to meet up with Hiro, Aoi, Toko, and Byakuya. But at least we're reunited with Kyoko and Makoto has safely got back to the school. But wow, we have made a deal with the devil, or the mastermind, as you could say. So we've essentially got to redo Mukuro's trial over again, I guess, as well as solve all the mysteries of the school. which must be at least the tragedy case that happened over a year ago. So we've definitely got some more investigations to do. We do have, I trust we still have all the evidence for, oh no we don't. Oh shit, so we have to do Mokuro's trial all over again. I guess we do. But for now, guys, I'm going to call this episode right here, and we will get to all that in the next episodes to come, guys. So I hope you guys are enjoying the series of Danganronpa on the channel at the moment, and that you enjoyed this episode. If you did, then maybe think about giving it a massive, beautiful, big thumbs up. It really helps me out. Also, on the channel page, don't forget to smash the subscribe button there so you get regular updates from me, and you get to see all the videos for Danganronpa, plus all the other videos that I've made on the channel. Also, for this episode, let me know down in the comments what you think about this episode. If you thought I did well, or, you know, this episode might have been pretty linear in terms of where you go with it. But let me know how I did in the comments. Any thoughts you got, or just if you want to talk about the game, or anything from the anime up to this point, guys. Don't post any spoilers for anyone who's, for myself who's not continued the game or seen the anime, but also don't spoil anyone in the comments or on the views that's not seen the anime or the game at all yet up to this point. And yeah, the only other thing is just be respectful to each other in the comments, guys. So yeah, we'll continue Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc in the next episode, guys. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!